On this episode of Nez Nation Live, we're talking about social media and tech news. We're talking about a brand new IGTV update, breaking news on YouTube, and a whole lot more. Come on back. Welcome one and all to another episode of Nez Nation Live. How in the world are you? On today's show, we're going to be talking about some breaking YouTube news. We're also going to be talking about a brand new update for IGTV, that's Instagram television. If you're new to this channel, I am Professor Nez, your personal branding coach, executive career coach, live stream nut job. I'm also a actual business communications professor, and this is a show where we talk about how you can discover your purpose. We help you to discover your purpose, communicate your message so you can impact your audience. This is all about bringing more humanness to this digitalness. How in the world are you guys? Come on in. We help you build your online reputation. We help you to communicate your message. You have to know, if you don't know who you are, it makes no sense to communicate anything. If you can't communicate anything, you're not going to reach your audience, whether that's advancing your career. Maybe you want to build your brand equity. You want to establish yourself as a professional, somebody who can accrue clients, customers, what have you, a brand new audience. Or if you just want to build a community, you just want to have something to share, have something to give back to the world. Personal branding is 21st century communications. Come on in. We're going live on every imaginable platform that you can muster. We're going live on Periscope. We're going live on YouTube. We're going live on Instagram. Good to see you, Instagram. Come on in. Make sure you share this out. We're live on my personal page on Facebook, which, by the way, hey, Luis, how you doing? Ahmed, good to see you. I'm actually going to go share this out right now on, I'm actually going to share this out really quickly. Come on in. We've got so much to talk about today, and I just want to share this. Let me know how it's coming in, guys. I want to share this on my page, and that should about do it right there. I'll probably also share this on my group, as a matter of fact. Come on in, guys. We're going to start in just a second. We got some amazing news in the world of social media and tech. Groundbreaking news. You know how we bring it to you live every single week. Yes, I know this may come as a surprise, especially those of you in the live stream chat. Those of you listening on the podcast, this is the stuff that you miss out on. I hope that you can, sometimes make it. We go live. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you subscribe to my Twitch channel or Periscope or pretty much anywhere, you're going to be included in the mix. And I would love to have you guys. Here. So let me see. Looks like we're kind of coming in a little bit staticky. How are we coming in over there, guys? Let's see here. Are we coming in a little bit funkydelic there? Let's see here. Looks like it might be a little bit funky here. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can fix this. Come on in. Make sure you share this out. And let me know on YouTube. Let me know how it's coming in, you guys. I'd really love to know. Okay, looks like it's coming in a little bit better now. Fantastic. So we've got some amazing news. I'm monitoring the chat. This is a segment that I've kind of added to my channel. What we really talk about here is mindset and messaging. It starts at the core. Okay, if you want to be a business owner, you want to be, it doesn't matter, successful both professionally and personally. It starts with you knowing who you are. It starts with this dude right here. This is the only thing that gets in your way. I just dropped a video yesterday, premiered a video, my very first premiere on a video that I spent hours, weeks slaving over, making sure that every single aspect of that video was jam-packed with volcanic value for you guys, called How to Stop Negative Thoughts. If you know anybody who has any negative thoughts or dealing with anxiety, dealing with panic disorder, or just overall in a slump, you got to go have them check out that video. We have playlists on my YouTube channel. You could go to professornez.com/live streams. You could go check it out there. We've got this video. I really am very, very proud of this video, and I'd love for you guys to go check it out. It's called How to Stop Negative Thoughts and Be Free Forever. Yes, I meant that, by the way. How to be free forever. I've studied the dude inside your skull for over 29 years, and I've experienced it as well as done my due diligence and researched, investigated, studied. Read every single book on it. Done as much research as any psychoanalyst, any psychologist. I'm not a clinician, but I'm somebody who a lot of my videos have helped a lot of people, and it's been my greatest joy to serve, and it's been my greatest pleasure to give back, because when I was alone, dark, depressed, suicidal even in my younger years, it was a godsend when somebody, anybody, anything came to show me and shed a little bit of light on what was going on internally. Your inner game is your most important part of your game. So mindset and messaging, we help you to really figure out what it is that you should be doing, who it is that you are specifically, what value you can bring to the world, and then how to communicate that. That's everything, y'all. It's absolutely everything. This segment that I've added to my channel pretty much over the last spring, I would say, this last kind of early part of 2019 and beyond, is a segment that I love to add because we talk about personal branding being 21st century communications. And I like talking to you guys about the latest updates, the latest releases, announcements, breaking news and social media and tech, to kind of give a little bit more context, give a little bit more commentary. How does it affect you? How does it affect me? How does it affect us who are trying to build our online reputation, trying to build our ethos, our credibility, communicate who we are so we can impact the right audience, whether it's a business, what have you, doesn't matter. Career, a community, it does not matter. It's all of the above. This is the place you need to be communicating. So I'm really, really happy to bring this segment to you. And we've got some insane updates. Insane. They're just absolutely insane in the membrane. I don't know why I say insane. I get so excited. I miss you guys. It's good to see you. I know I don't usually go live at this time. And those of you listening on the podcast, I eat, pray, and beg. Eat, pray, and beg. What the hell does that mean? I don't know. But I want you guys to join us on the live stream. So the best way to do that is if you go click subscribe on my YouTube channel and you hit that bell notification, you become a VIP member of Nez Nation. This is the greatest online community on the planet. We're bringing more humanness to this digitalness. All this bad boogie. Larry Snow is in the house. Good to see you, Larry. Come on in, guys. Share this out because we're going to be talking about a lot of things that are going to help a lot of people in the online space. A lot of people who are trying to build something worthwhile understand this ever-changing, rapidly, frequently changing environment called social media and tech, which is pretty much where we all eat, sleep, and breathe. I mean, I run my entire business on my phone, and then some. I do all my communications on my phone, and then some. So bring it on in. Good to see you, Luis. Good to see you, Ahmed. Good to see you, Charlie Dog. How you doing, Charlie? Good to see you. So come on in. It's good to see you guys. We're going to be talking about some of the latest, really brand new innovations and announcements that were made. And one of the biggies is IGTV just had a huge announcement that I think is going to have an impact on you and me. It's certainly going to save me a lot of time. How many of you in the chat, let me know. We've got Instagram Live right now. How many people in the chat, let me know, how many of you guys actually use Instagram? And what do you use Instagram for? What is your purpose for being on Instagram? Are you a business? Are you trying to do brand awareness? Are you actually connecting with people? Is it just fun and entertainment? Do you are you not really using it that much? You don't see the viability in it? I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. How many of you guys use Instagram? And then we'll jump right into it and talk about the latest update with IGTV. And maybe I should specify that, not just Instagram. And don't forget to smash the smash button, y'all. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button coming on in. And also make sure you share this out, because somebody you know, share it out on Twitter, share it out everywhere. Make sure that you get this out, because somebody you know is going to get a lot of value from this. Spread the word. All the above, Larry says. Good to see you. Ahmed says it's 3 a.m., but I'm awake to eat before the fast. Yes, happy Ramadan. Yes, absolutely, Ahmed. Good for you. Many blessings over to you on the other side of the ocean. I hope you're not suffering too much. I, for one, I can't really fast. I have what you might call a weight problem. I can't wait to eat. Sorry. I mean, I just, I had to do that. So, yeah, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here, Ahmed. It's really a pleasure to see you. Hopefully the alert went out. Do me a favor, Luis. See if the alert went out on our Discord. And by the way, if you want to be part of our Discord, we've got our very own Nez Nation Discord. As a matter of fact, I'm going to leave the link in the actual chat here. I would love for you to come join us. Discord is like a private sort of, almost like it's like a private Facebook group, but a million times better. And I don't really know how to kind of make that sound any better, but I mean, or really specify that, but it really is just a million times better, I think. The shareability, the ability to, do so many things on, hold on a second. Let me go over there right now. Okay, I'm there. I want to actually invite people. Okay. So I'm going to leave this link in the chat so you guys can, I'm going to leave this link in the chat so you guys can come join our Discord. I'm leaving it in the chat on YouTube. So if you're watching on Twitch, or you're watching on Periscope, or you're watching on Instagram, come over, hang out with us on YouTube. Go to Professor Nez. Go to youtube.com/Professor Nez. I left the link right there. Come join our Discord. It's our own private little Nez Nation crew right there, where we can chat and hang out with one another and share things and talk about things and discuss, creating a powerful community over there. Larry says, very happy for the landscape IGTV. Videos need to be under 10 minutes. Yes. So Larry, you jumped the gun. Thank you so much. And that is the big announcement that, and by the way, have you guys been, I don't see a lot of you guys implementing IGTV. There's so many features and facets to IGTV. Let me tell you a little bit of a story about IGTV. And if you don't know what IGTV is, it's an extension of Instagram. It's an app within Instagram where you can create long-form video. Now, IGTV started off, and I have a video. I'll leave this up in the cards here later. I have a video about how IGTV works. It's a long live stream. I went live the day that this is how groundbreaking Nez is. This is what happens when you become a part of Nez Nation. You get groundbreaking news brought right to you when it's happening. Holy macadamia nut. I mean, I think that's pretty valuable, especially in the way that we do it over here on Nez Nation Live. By the way, really quickly, I've got an amazing guest. Most of you guys know who it is, who's going to be joining me next week, May 30th, early in the morning. Mr. YouTube himself, Mr. Nick Nimmin from #Niminati. Give me a #Niminati in the chat if you're excited to see Nick Nimmin come back to the podcast show. When I say come back, he is the most frequent guest that we've had on Nez Nation Live. When I was doing my Facebook Live talk show 3 years ago, he was one of the first guests. He was a guest on another podcast that we did, 2 other podcasts that we did, and he's coming on. This will be his 4th time showing up with me in some variation of Nez Nation Live, and I'm just very, very excited. #Niminati, Nez Nation is going to finally meet again next Thursday. Mark it on your calendars, May 30th, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Obviously, I'll have, a bunch of promotional materials going out. And, if you follow me on Instagram, speaking of Instagram, if you want to follow me on Instagram, there's my Instagram handle right there, Professor_Nez. If you want to follow me on Instagram or you want to hang out with me on Instagram, I'm highly, highly active on Instagram. Come hang out with us over there. And I'll tell you why I'm highly active on Instagram. I'm highly active on Instagram because it works. Because building your brand equity, building brand awareness is all about going where the attention is. It's all about going where the eyeballs are. Where is your audience? It works. It's an unbelievable way to create that brand equity, to create that ethos, that credibility. And I'm on Instagram because that's where a lot of the attention is. I'm on YouTube because that's where all the attention is. I'm on Facebook, Periscope, Twitch because that's where a lot of the attention is. I have a podcast because that's just more eyeballs and earballs that I can grab. And I want to be everywhere. I'm a firm believer you should be everywhere your audience is. Also, if you put in the work and the effort and the time, you should be where all the attention is. You should be accruing new audiences. You should be creating new relationships. You shouldn't just be living on LinkedIn, which I eat, sleep, and breathe on LinkedIn. I've got over 20,000 followers on LinkedIn. Most of my business lives on LinkedIn. I've got a consulting agency and I've got my own digital academy, beyondtheboxacademy.com, which is the official sponsor of Nez Nation Live, by the way, if I may add. Go to beyondtheboxacademy.com. Groundbreaking, skull-busting courses that are going to help you to get out there, make more money, establish yourself, communicate your message, and reach the right people. It's all about that. I'll tell you why I'm on Instagram, and I'll tell you why I'm on IGTV. Because Instagram is a very, very, first of all, it's a fun place to hang out and interact with people. It's very engaging. It's extremely user-friendly. I love the use of hashtags. I love the relationships that I meet. More importantly, for my business and my brand, it's a great way to establish better relationships. I've gotten speaking gigs through Instagram. I've accrued client after client on Instagram. I've had amazing conversations with amazing new people. I've met all sorts of different people in my field, outside of my field. Guys, you're focusing on the wrong thing. Okay, and I'm going to say this very, very bluntly. You're focusing on the wrong thing if it's all about views, if it's all about likes, subscribers, which we're going to talk about in just a second. I'm going to kind of characterize this in an anecdote, okay? Good to see you, Alfredo. Alfredo Tigolo is in the house. Alfredo was a guest on our last stream that we did about a week ago, or maybe 7 days ago. What is today? Today's Friday? No, today's Saturday. Yeah, so about a week ago, Alfredo was on, and he was in our community stream chat. It's good to see you, Alfredo. Come on in. Make sure you share this out. Here's an anecdote that I want to share of how and why I think this idea of being everywhere, creating content that demonstrates. Demonstration trumps credentials any day of the week. You can have all the credentials in the world, But if you can demonstrate, if you can show instead of tell, that's where you're going to get amazing results. Growth, more money, more revenue, more established authority in your field and your space, more credibility, more opportunities, all the above. Show, don't tell. This goes back to, me being a creative writing professor and business communication professor. It's much better to demonstrate than to talk about it. So when you can demonstrate your expertise, that gets people excited. That is what gets people to go, you know what, I'm interested in what this individual does and says. I can actually, basically what it does is it three-dimensionalizes you, as opposed to like a resume or a diploma or a degree or some kind of list of accolades, which is two-dimensional. The ability to create content, specifically video content, right? Which I think IGTV, IGTV is predominantly a video platform, but Instagram itself, which Instagram started off as a photographic, and don't get me wrong, photos still are awesome on Instagram. They still work, but I think Instagram is becoming predominantly a video platform, just like Facebook is becoming predominantly a video platform. Facebook used to be a place we'd go hang out and just, find out what our fellow colleagues and students and friends were doing. It's not that as much as it used to be. Now it's become really a kind of video vomitorium. I mean, with Facebook Watch, and Facebook's in a lot of trouble. They're lucky they have Instagram, I think. I think Facebook needs to really regroup. And this whole, idea of them becoming a private, or a messaging kind of platform. They're really focusing on messaging and private groups and all this stuff. Sounds good in theory. We'll see how that plays out with execution. But Instagram, getting back to Instagram, IGTV came out last July at the start of VidCon. I went live the very day that IGTV came out. It was the biggest news in social media in a long time, since Instagram took stories from Snapchat. Why? Why is that big? Because you could never do long form video on Instagram, IGTV, and it just sounded cool, right? Like IGTV, Instagram television. It sounded like if you're a content creator, somebody who's a content creating machine like me, it just reverberated and resonated in a beautiful way. I love YouTube. YouTube and LinkedIn and podcasting is where I do most of my work. But I do a lot of micro content on Twitch, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. Okay, I'm starting to live a little bit longer on Instagram, especially with IGTV, and a new feature that we talked about on another episode of Social Media and Tech News was that now you can preview your IGTV videos in the news feed, which is really killer. How many people know how to preview, or even knew that you could preview your IGTV videos in the news feed on Instagram? Ahmed says, true, you can have conversations with people who are not your friends on Instagram. Yeah, you can have conversations with all sorts of people on Instagram. It doesn't have to be your friends. It doesn't have to be, it can be your friends. It can be other people. It doesn't really matter. The point is that this is a platform that is just past 1 billion monthly actives. This is a platform where if you're somebody who understands 21st century communications, you need to be on Instagram. Okay, YouTube goes through a lot of changes, and we've seen so many influencers cry and weep that their platform is going down the drain. This is what happens when you put all your eggs in one basket. I don't put all my eggs in one basket. I've got a strong presence on Instagram. I've got a strong presence on YouTube. I've got a strong presence, a mighty presence on LinkedIn. I've got a strong presence on Facebook. You should be in more places than one, and everything should be your hub, your headquarters should be your website. But how you create that brand awareness, how you create that ability to three-dimensionalize yourself is by understanding what these other platforms offer. And IGTV was groundbreaking when it came out because it was the first time that you could do long form video. It was something like up to an hour. Some profiles had longer than 10 minutes. I think my max was 15 minutes for mine, and they banked on vertical video. Larry already kind of broke the broke the news. I mean, I'm sure most of you guys have heard about it, but I want to talk about it. That's what the whole point of this show is to give context and commentary, hopefully thoughtful commentary on why I think this is important. And so vertical video was something that IGTV banked on. They wanted to go all in on vertical video. And I, at the time, thought it was a really smart move, because if you're trying to compete with YouTube, good luck, because YouTube is backed by the behemoth, the search engine mogul, which I really think beats everything. I mean, nothing beats longevity like YouTube and Google, which they have the search game, nailed. They dominate the search game. So that's how you create content on YouTube. You want to create searchable content on YouTube that keeps them on the platform longer. Hey, Matt, what's up, man? Is that RPM Nexus in the house on Facebook? Good to see you, dude. Louise says, communication is the key word. How you protect yourself by communicating. Without that, there's no matter how much you know yourself. Yeah. Good to see you, Matt. It's great to see you. Make sure you share this out. And let other people know. We're talking about breaking social media news. IGTV, YouTube has a huge update and more. We're going to talk and we're going to dive deep into all this stuff very, very soon. Right now, as a matter of fact. So they were banking. IGTV was banking. And again, I have a video all about me going live the very day of. I was supposed to go to VidCon that day. I didn't go to VidCon that day. I went the next day. This was last summer when IGTV broke, and I went live and just went through the entire platform on my mobile with a screen share. It was a full-on tutorial on how to use IGTV. You should go check that out. It's on my playlist on my YouTube channel. Recently, okay, so they banked on vertical video, which I thought was a great idea. Because, YouTube dominates landscape, and other, Square Video and everybody, there's other platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn Video was predominantly Square or landscape. And I thought this was a great way for Instagram to do something different. Something I try to tell you guys all the time is don't try to be like other people. You can be inspired by other people. You definitely want to pay attention to your competitors. You don't necessarily have to reinvent the wheel, but it's important to put your own unique spin on things. So if you want to be a chef, don't just be like every other chef. Put your unique spin on being a chef. What is it that you bring to the table, to the world of culinary arts, that makes you different, that differentiate yourself? That's what IGTV was trying to do. They were trying to differentiate themselves. They didn't want to just, they didn't want to just launch another video platform, just like any other video platform out there. They wanted to put their stamp on it. And I thought vertical video was a great idea. Everybody was whining and moaning. Even people I respect and love were saying that's a joke. 9:16, vertical video is a joke. Everybody was deriding it, making fun of it. But I thought it was brilliant because the average consumer is not like you and me. The average consumer of content is not like you and me. They don't care about the tech. They're not crazy about the tech. They're not worried about widescreen or letterbox edition. I used to be a cinema snob in my early 20s. I made a bunch of movies. I made a bunch of short movies. I'm on IMDb, by the way, by my original name. I did a score for a couple of movies. I acted in a few movies. Obviously nothing big, but it was big to me because I loved it and I believed in the work. It was very artistic. And so, I understand the snobbery of that, but if you're trying to build something, if you're trying to do something that accrues an audience, if you're trying to grow, expand, maybe you're a business or a service, maybe you're somebody who's trying to advance your career and you want to become a thought leader in your field, which gives you more leverage when you try to work for different companies or go apply to different companies, you got to stop thinking about you. You got to start thinking about how to serve your audience. It's all about service, y'all. So while everybody was whining about vertical video, I was trying to embrace it. And so did it mean that I have to put in twice the work? Yes, because I was doing a lot of content repurposing, micro content here, Twitch, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. I was trying to put, and having IGTV only manifest or only work through vertical video, it just made me have to work more. I can complain or I can actually put in more work. I decided to do the latter. Well, now, yo, Is that who I think it is? Is that Big John? Rigor, how you doing, brother? Good to see you on Facebook. All right, fantastic. Yes, exactly, Luis. Vine went away. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. You should be everywhere. I hear this all the time on podcasts by so-called experts and so-called thought leaders and so-called influencers that you don't spread yourself too thin. You should only be in one place. You should only be on Instagram, or you should only be on YouTube. Hogwash. I'm calling major BS. Professor Nez is everywhere. I'm on Twitch. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm a major presence on LinkedIn. I'm getting larger on YouTube. I'm getting larger on Instagram. My podcast is doing, thank you God, God bless. My podcast is doing so good. By the way, we just hit 99 ratings, 99 reviews on iTunes. I'm waiting for number 100. Have you reviewed the Nez Nation Live podcast yet? If you're listening on the podcast right now, press pause and give us a review. I would love to break triple digits on my podcast, and it really only counts on iTunes. So if you're listening on Android or you're listening at Spotify or what have you, we're everywhere, of course. But go to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review. I would really appreciate it. Notice how I threw that in there. Make sure it's a 5-star review. You son of a gun. It should not be anything less than a 5-star review. Yes, John, you do it. Good to see you, man. I can't wait to see you at Vid Summit, man. I hope to see you. Fantastic. Modern Day Tech is in the house. What up, Modern Day Tech? Eric, how are you, sir? Make sure you smash the smash button. Don't forget to smash that smasher. Smash that like button. But yeah, I would love for you to go right now, even if you're watching this right now on Instagram or you're watching this. Look at this. We've got some people on Instagram here. Dan Norton's in the house. Come on over to YouTube, guys. Those of you on Instagram Live, come on over to YouTube. We're doing a pentacast. We're live in 5 places: YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, Facebook, and Instagram. We're live in 5 places right now. But if you're watching in all of those places or you're listening on the podcast, please make sure that you go over to youtube.com/Professor Nez. That's where I want to see you. Smash it up. That's where I'm paying attention to the chat. Mostly. I apologize, but YouTube is one of my peeps. That's my main peeps right there. So IGTV, you know, they just, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. It's already, the cat's already out of the bag. IGTV just announced very recently, and I'm going to share the screen right here, this TechCrunch article. IGTV just launched landscape video. So now you don't have to. You actually don't have to. David Simon, good to see you. David Simon says, it's all about distribution of your content, just like any product in the world. Exactly, David. And if I've got free airtime on ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, CNN, and PBS, I'm going to take advantage of it. You better believe that I'm going to take advantage of it. So Instagram now has just released, landscape mode video. They've decided to ditch I think you can still do vertical video, but Instagram has now decided that ultimately our vision is to make IGTV a destination for great content, no matter how it's shot, so creators can express themselves how they want. In many ways, opening IGTV to more than just vertical videos is similar to when we opened Instagram to more than just square photos in 2015. It enabled creativity to flourish and engagement to rise, and we believe the same will happen again with IGTV. That's absolutely fantastic. Dean Inglis in the house. Dean, how in the world how you doing? Yeah, that's my first name, but everybody calls me Nez. All my friends at least call me Nez. I think that this, first of all, this saves me a ton of time. So, and you can see in that paragraph right there, the coming influx of repurposed YouTube videos could drive more creators and their fans to IGTV. Now, there's two kind of schools of thought here. And let me go back to you guys. So there's two schools of thought, and I've been kind of leaning on the latter. It's good to see you, Dean. There's two schools of thought. Number one is you should create, if you want to repurpose content to increase brand awareness, which is, a tried and true method. It works. Believe me, I've accrued clients. I've accrued subscribers, grown my audience, grown my business. It works. If you don't believe it works, this is the wrong show for you. That you shouldn't just draw traffic to, like, let's say you've got a blog that you wrote and you repurpose it, or you put a snippet of it with some copy on Facebook or LinkedIn or Medium or Twitter to draw traffic to elsewhere. That's one way that micro content repurposing works, which is fantastic. That works. But the other school of thought is, and I do that school of thought all the time. The other school of thought is, and I think that's what this article is alluding to with Instagram, IGTV, moving over and getting rid of only vertical video, which saves me a ton of time. I've already used landscape video on IGTV. Let me know in the chat how you plan on using IGTV, or if you're using IGTV. If you're planning on using IGTV, how would you use it? The other school of thought is this, that you should make everything native, okay? And I've been doing this. Make everything native to the platform. So in other words, you can take snippets of, let's say, this live stream that I'm doing right now. I have an opportunity to create multiple pieces of content. One of the ways of doing it is just, it's basically squeezing that orange and getting all the juice that you can. The point is not to buy a new orange or to create a new orange, but to squeeze the one that you have and get as much juice out of it as possible. You can cut up this live stream instead of, creating content that just says, come on over here, gain interest, create interest. So you don't hurt the algorithm, right? Because the algorithm, and let me just tell it to you really straight right now. Let me put on my Dr. Algo lab coat. Okay, here comes Dr. Algorithm. I'm going to put in my Dr. Algo. We see all these YouTube videos, algorithm this, algorithm that, how to beat the algorithm, how to defeat the algorithm, how to not the algorithm crush you. Here's a 2019 algorithm strategy, 2019 dominate the algorithm. Here is the easiest, simplest. I'm going to time myself under 60 seconds. I'm going to tell you how to beat the algorithm on every platform. You'll never have to watch another algorithm video for as long as you live. Are you ready? Who's ready for Dr. Algo Rhythm to bust it in your face right now, so you don't ever have to worry about algorithms? You don't ever have to watch another algorithm video ever again. You don't ever have to worry what's going on with the algorithm now. You don't ever have to have algorithm anxiety. It is Dr. Nez here to quell and cure you of your algorithm anxiety. Who's ready for that? Let me know in the chat. Give me an emoji. Give me an emoji in the chat right now. Who's ready to get the ultimate algorithm cure right now? So you never have to watch another algorithm video. You never have to watch read another algorithm article. You don't have to study another piece of white paper or anything again. Who's ready for that? Let me know in the chat. Who's ready? David Simon says, just like the political conventions are on all the channels when they broadcast. Brilliant, David. I love it. That's exactly right. And David, correct me if I'm wrong. You're probably the same. You probably get this all the time. Hey, Nez, you're spreading yourself too thin, man. You're everywhere, dude. You should concentrate on just one platform. Don't ever talk to me again. Leave me alone. I'm not spreading myself too thin. I put in the work. I believe that I have something worth sharing. I believe in service. It's the greatest feeling on earth for me to help people. And so I'm going to do my damnedest. This is my mission on earth, to help you with your mindset and your messaging. Your inner game is everything. If you don't know who you are in here, it doesn't matter what you put on Instagram. It doesn't matter how many reconstructive surgeries you have on your face. It's all for naught if your inner game is SHIT. Your inner game is everything. Your mindset is everything. I've been studying the mind for over 30 years. I've suffered from debilitating anxiety and depression as a young man, and I've thwarted my demons, and I'm here to be another link in the chain to hopefully help you, just like there were so many people who came before me and helped me. Once you get your inner game right, now you need to share what you've learned. Share something. Give value. If you just keep it for yourself, that's not what we're born to do. Our purpose on earth is to reach our maximum potential. There is nothing worse. I know you've seen the meme. There's nothing worse than wasted potential. Your purpose on earth is to reach your maximum potential as a human being. What are you best at? And then, obviously, it's not to keep it for yourself. It's to share that potential. It's to share your knowledge, share your work. And I don't mean that maybe share it directly, share it indirectly, but be an inspiration to others, service others. That is the key. Maximum potential and then service others. Okay, who's ready for the algorithm? Dr. Algo. I just dropped some mindset wisdom grenades on you right there. Who's ready for Dr. Algorithm? Is that you, Alfredo, over there on Twitch? Oh, I like your profile photo. That's pretty killer. Good to see you, Alfredo. Okay, so here is the deal. Here is the deal for algorithms. Are you ready for this? If you're ready for Dr. Algorithm, I'm going to bust it right now. You can record this. You can snap this. You can write this down. You're never going to need another algorithm video for as long as you live. The key to never worrying about the algorithm is this. Here's the definition of the algorithm. LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest, Twitter, any other platform out there, it doesn't matter. Their main aim, the way that they survive, they're a business, let's not forget, is by keeping you on the platform, not having you go somewhere else. They want their users to remain on the platform for as long as possible. So why do they want you to remain on the platform as long as possible? So they can show you more ads. The more ads they can show you, the more demonnaie, which is French for demonnaie, the more money they make. The longer you stay on the platform, the more money you make. So if you think of average Joe Schmo user, and you're think of this from a content creator's perspective. That's the business side of it. That's the algorithm side of it. That's the platform side of it. So you as a content creator, you should be creating content that is crafted specifically to keep that user, your audience, on the platform the longest. Because if you keep that user on the platform for a long duration, aka watch time or what have you, or session time, guess what? The algorithm goes, well, let's just see here. Mr. Professor Nez, he sure does keep those dudes and dudettes on our platform for a long time. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to boost his butt. I'm going to boost him in suggested videos. I'm going to do everything I can to get his content in front of more people. Because you know what? More people he gets in front of, he keeps them on our platform longer. I don't know where that accent came from. I have no idea where that character came from. But that's the key. You never need to watch another algorithm video ever again. That's all you need to know about the algorithm. Does anybody have any questions about that? What do you guys think about what I just said? Let me know in the chat down below. That's all you need to know about the algorithm. Instagram, what do you think? Where's Instagram here? That's all you need to know about the algorithm. So you need to craft, you need to create, you need to make sure that your content keeps that individual, keeps your audience. So going back to repurposing with IGTV, now you should be creating content on IGTV. You should be creating content on YouTube, on LinkedIn, that doesn't necessarily draw them elsewhere. So if you've noticed in my last maybe 15, 20 videos, I have gotten rid of every link in my description that pretty much takes people away from the platform that they're viewing my content on. You see, I've got overlays that help hint at it, but it's not directly, affecting the algorithm. Now what I do is I record or cut in editing platforms, snippets from videos or snippets from this or that with very subtle copy or very check out, go over here. You might want to go check this out over here. Or, I've got subtle subtitles or captions that will it's got to be subtle. It can't be so direct. If you put a YouTube link on Facebook, consider that post dead. If you put a YouTube link on or you put a Facebook link on any YouTube description or channel, if you're trying to draw people, if you're using YouTube to draw traffic to your Facebook business page or trying to get people to sign up for your Facebook group, consider those videos dead. I mean, YouTube and Facebook are like oil and vinegar. They don't mix. So they are arch nemesis, arch enemies, and they don't want anything to do with anything. They don't want anything to do with each other. So it's really, really important that you understand how these algorithms work and how these platforms work. They want you to keep it. Yeah, it was that way from the start. Arthur Moorhead, how are you, sir? Good to see you. Yes, Alfredo, that's exactly it. Remove links that take users away from the platform. So with landscape video and IGTV, I just think that this is now going to create a whole new kind of dynamic. And I think that it's going to be really a smart move by Instagram. Instagram is one of the top, if not the top. I think Instagram and YouTube are tied for first or right on top of each other. And so this is going to be really, really interesting. And we've already heard from a lot of creators. We've heard from a lot of content creators that this newfound flexibility is a huge, huge positive. And I think it is too, because I just know that I'm going to get a ton. It's just going to be a ton more easier for me. It's just going to be way easier for me to repurpose content, get more brand equity, get more brand awareness. Thank you so much, Ruben. It's good to see you, Ruben. Ruben Gutierrez. It's good to see you, Ruben. You never have to watch another algorithm video ever again. Ever, ever, and ever. Let me know in the chat, how do you think that you're going to implement IGTV? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to still be creating my meme square videos and vertical videos and landscape videos, just to create value, to give. That's the name of the game, to service, so that I can pique my audience's interest. Hopefully, I still use paid traffic as well as organic traffic to build my brand. I promote Instagram posts all the time. I spend hundreds of dollars a month on Instagram posts to get more traffic, get more awareness. I try not to ever sell directly. It's all about selling indirectly. You want to create that warm audience first. You want to create that know, like, and trust factor. There is no greater tool, in my opinion, than creating content that three-dimensionalizes you. That is personal branding. And the absence of a personal brand, don't get it twisted, y'all, is a personal brand. So get your inner game right, get your mindset right, get your messaging right, and you're going to be all right. And you're going to make more money. And you're going to grow more. I mean, all of us, correct me if I'm wrong, how many people in the chat right now, and if you're listening on the podcast, come DM me on Instagram or send me an email, nez@professornez.com. I'll leave that in the show notes. How many people would like to do something more up to what they feel would make them the most happiest? How many people would love to get paid more doing something that they love? Maybe perhaps getting paid more by sitting at home and doing what they exactly do right now for free, but actually get paid for it. How many people would love to do that? Well, there's more opportunities to do that than there ever has been. You've got free airtime. These people that complain about the YouTube algorithm, these people that complain about Instagram changes or Facebook organic reach dropping, it's mind-boggling. These platforms are giving you unbelievable reach to people you never, ever in a billion years would have ever had exposure to. When I was helping my mom with her leather manufacturing business when I was 12, 13 years old, I mean, we based everything on word of mouth. And word of mouth is still powerful today. But, we'd do flyers and maybe do a couple radio. The expenses for marketing were so much, we were seeing zero ROI. Now you can actually go, you don't even need to go to all these agencies. You can go directly. The gatekeepers are gone now. You can go directly to your audience. You can do a Facebook Live, okay? If you're a plumber, or if you're a carpenter, or if you're a retailer, or if you're a lawyer, or you're a chef, or whatever, you're a cleaning service, you can go live on Facebook once a week, talking to your audience, demonstrating for your audience, showing rather than telling, and watch what happens. Great things are going to happen. So I'm excited about IGTV landscape. I think it's going to get, this flexibility promotes a lot more leverageability for the platform. I still don't really buy into the whole, YouTube versus Instagram. I think they're two separate platforms, and I don't think one's going to knock off the other. I mean, when IGTV first came out, that's all people would talk about was, oh, this is competition for YouTube. This is gonna be a big disruption for YouTube. That's the same thing they said about Facebook Watch. Didn't happen, won't happen, can't happen. YouTube is too big, and there is not another search engine on the planet that can compete with Google and YouTube. There just isn't. Will there be in the future? I don't know. Facebook tries to be a search engine, but it ain't. Instagram tries to be a search engine, but it ain't. LinkedIn tries to be a search engine, but it ain't. It just ain't. Yes, I'm a business communication professor, and I use the word ain't. How are we doing over there, guys? Are we still doing good on Facebook? Let's see here. I want to check some stuff out. Okay, we got Periscope. We're still here on Periscope. Fantastic. Facebook. Looks like we're still on Facebook. Darren Hunter, good to see you. We're live over there. We're live on Twitch. Fantastic. How are we doing on Instagram? Dan Patrick. All right, fantastic. Good to see you, Dan. Hope you're still there. So that's really exciting. Let me know if you're watching this on the replay. Let me know, how are you going to use IGTV? Does this change make a difference? Does landscape add something more that maybe you were reticent about using IGTV, but now it presents an opportunity for you? Yay or nay? Let me know in the chat down below. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, next, who's ready for breaking YouTube news? I know you guys have probably already heard all about this. And it's kind of interesting to me. I know it's going to be interesting for you, but let me know in the chat. I want to know in the chat who's ready for groundbreaking news that YouTube just dropped very, very recently. And I'm going to screen share in just a second because at Team YouTube, I'm going to go to Twitter and I'm going to show you the tweet that dropped a bomb on a lot of people. But first, I want to know in the chat, give me a thumbs up emoji in the chat if you're ready for the next groundbreaking news. We're bringing you the best here at Nez Nation Live, y'all. Social media, tech news, keeping you informed, keeping you up to date with thoughtful commentary and context so you can implement it for your brand, your business, your career, your community. Let me know in the chat if you're ready for some groundbreaking YouTube news. And by the way, don't forget, speaking of YouTube, mark your calendar, y'all. Thursday, May 30th, 9 a.m. Pacific. That's, I had to do some math. I think that's 12 p.m. Eastern. We've got the mighty Nick Nimmin. This guy's coming up on, I think, 300,000 subscribers. If not, maybe he's already passed that by now as of this recording. He's a social media marketing keynote speaker, Vid Summit keynote speaker. My favorite guy in the YouTube guru? He's my favorite guy. I consider him a dear friend. I've hung out with him, met with him many, many times. And him and his brother D have an amazing live stream show over on YouTube, hashtag Niminati. Entrepreneur Box, how in the world are you? Good to see you, Entrepreneur Box. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you. Come on in. Good timing. Groundbreaking YouTube news. Groundbreaking. Make sure when you come in on YouTube, and if you're watching this on Periscope or Twitch or Facebook or Instagram, please come on over to youtube.com/Professor Nez. That's where I'm really paying attention to the chat. I'm trying to get all the comments I can. They're aggregated here through Restream, But really the hub of Nez Nation Live has now been moved to youtube.com. So go to youtube.com/Professor Nez, or just open up your YouTube app in the search bar, type in Professor Nez, bam, you're here. Entrepreneur Box, it's great to see you. So I'm going to screen share right now, and I'm going to show you the tweet heard round the world. And if you don't know this, and it's been causing a major stir online, it's been a trending topic, and a lot of creators have mixed feelings, mixed emotions. A lot of different perspectives are being shared here. But if you haven't heard the news, YouTube is going to be abbreviating sub count numbers. You can see now I've screen shared, and on the screen you see the tweet from Team YouTube. Currently, public sub counts are abbreviated in most but not all places across YouTube. In August, we'll make this more consistent by always showing abbreviated sub counts. Creators, you can still see your full sub count in studio. So you see the little graphic there, how, it's, 15.4 million. Now it's 15 million. It rounds it down, I guess, 7.2. Okay, so 7.2 million, 4.3 thousand. So it's basically abbreviating sub counts. I'm not really sure why they're doing that, but the responses have been pretty mixed, as a matter of fact. Let me see if I can actually zoom in on this a little bit so you guys can see this. So some of these responses, like right here, but that's bad. It really only helps if you're just barely over the numeric threshold. This is what I'm bothered by. Have you guys ever considered fixing an actual problem? Social Blade, will this mess anything up? And actually, yes, it will. So Social Blade even responded in the tweet. If you don't know what Social Blade is a free analytics tool that if you were paying attention at all during the T-Series and PewDiePie saga, Social Blade was at the forefront of that. It's one of the best places to go check out real-time analytics and statistics and real-time subscriber counts. So this will affect, from what I understand, this will affect Social Blade. So how many of you guys use Social Blade? Let me know in the chat. Give me a thumbs up or a smiley face emoji in the chat. Let me know if you use Social Blade for YouTube. So, a lot of mixed emotions. Upon closer look, it might affect our data display, but only time will tell, Social Blade says. And I have another, and actually you can see Team YouTube just responded right there to Social Blade to confirm third parties that use YouTube API services will also get the same abbreviated public counts as you'll see on YouTube. So that is huge, guys. That's really, really big. So basically what that means is that, all those cool countdowns, if you've got an amazing countdown, maybe you've got an amazing milestone coming up and you like to show it. I'm going to show you something that, let's see if it works here. I'm going to show you a video of, so we'll no longer be able to see things like this. I'm going to show you something right now that Jimmy Fallon's countdown, that he actually used Social Blade. Let me know if you guys can see this and hear this. So Jimmy Fallon will no longer be able to see this, I guess, because Jimmy Fallon, can you guys see that right there? Jimmy Fallon had a large screen of Social Blade as he reached the 20 million subscriber count. So this will no longer, according to that tweet and that retweet by Team YouTube replying to Social Blade, will no longer be able to see things like this. And I know you've seen this on multiple YouTube channels. Social Blade is the go-to for actual real-time subscriber counts and analytics, and even for, value of channels, like how much a channel would be worth in a brand deal and things of that nature. Although I hear that's kind of skewed. But I guess we'll no longer hear. I'll kind of fast forward to the part where he actually does pass. There it is. So there's where he actually passed 20 million subscribers right there. There it is. Boom, boom, 989, 994, 995, and then boom, 20 million subscribers. So it's pretty cool. So Jimmy Fallon, so we'll no longer be able to see that. So that's pretty interesting. And I guess there was this huge campaign. I like this article and I'm going to give credit to this article, which is Verge magazine or Verge journal. Social Blade shaped YouTube. Well, hold on a second. Let me stop this video. Yeah. So Social Blade shaped YouTube culture, and creators are now banding together to save it. Why one analytics site matters. And so this abbreviated count of, it's interesting to me, this abbreviation of subcounts is going to affect Social Blade and third-party API vendors. So that's interesting. Entrepreneur Box. Good to see you, Entrepreneur Box. And all that is less than 1K. It will not change 0 to 9. Yes, that's true. Yes, thank you so much for clarifying, Entrepreneur Box. So if you have less than 1,000 subscribers, you will get the real-time actual numbers of subscribers until you get to 1,000. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I kind of liked, I don't know, maybe this will make me less OCD. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how I feel about this. I'd love to hear what you guys feel about it. I definitely don't like the fact that it hurts Social Blade. I definitely don't like the fact that I thought there was a lot of fun to be had, as long as it's not taken too seriously. I mean, I try to advocate on this channel and on this show and my brand all the time that it's not about quantity, it's about quality. It's about the right people, not most or every people. It's not about numbers, it's about reaching the right numbers. It's not about reaching everyone, it's about reaching the right people. Now, I still plan on getting, by the way, here I am, maybe I'm contradicting myself. I still plan on getting 7.7 billion subscribers. It's going to happen. I'm going to be patient. I know it will happen. I have the audacity to believe in myself that much. Do I still suffer from anxiety, depression, self-doubt, and self-loathing? You best believe it, because I'm a creator. Most creators do. Most true creators do. You can't be a good creator unless you're sensitive to other possibilities. I don't think there's a difference between, there's a difference between somebody who creates from a place of necessity versus somebody who creates from a place of desireness to reach some type of false delusional glory of self, right? AKA fame. I mean, that's just a simpler way of putting it. I create because I can't eat, sleep, or breathe without it. I need to create. Whether it's music, whether it's writing books, or whether it's, creating something at home with my kids, or creating content, which is the number one outlet right now for me. I need to create, or else I'm sick. I get ill. And so, I have the audacity to believe that I'm going to reach 7.7 billion people because I feel like I truly have something to share. I'm blessed that I was able to start this middle age as opposed to being a 19-year-old, 18-year-old without a lot of experience, a lot of wherewithal or understanding. I'm not saying that you shouldn't start creating content at 15, 14, 13. Lord knows there's some unbelievable creators. I'm just saying I feel blessed because I know who I am. I've been blessed with emotional intelligence and self-realization, and I've gone through enough experiences. I've gone through enough suffering. I've gone through enough mistakes and failure that I have a little bit more nuanced approach, and I have a little bit more multifacetedness to bring to the table, which I think is dynamic and interesting and is proven valuable. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about the abbreviated. Luis, good point, Luis. Luis says another perfect example of, don't put your eggs in one basket. You could say that again. Yeah. Don't put your eggs in one basket. Looks like we're done on Instagram, which is fine. Yeah, definitely Luis. Yeah, definitely Luis. I can concur with that. So, I don't like the fact that it hurts. I don't like the fact that it hurts Social Blade, because I think Social Blade is really, really cool, but I'm sure they're going to figure that out. I'm sure that shouldn't be too difficult to circumvent, I don't think. But we'll figure it out. Maybe they'll work out some kind of deal with YouTube. I'm not sure. I don't know what their purpose is. If you know what their purpose is and you're watching this on the replay, let me know down below. What is the purpose of YouTube abbreviating? Is it to somehow quell some kind of vanity metrics? Is it somehow just easier for individuals and creators to focus on what's really important, and that's creating fascinating content so they don't have to worry about, I mean, it doesn't really matter because in Creator Studio, you can still see your exact numbers. But what is that what is the purpose behind abbreviating it, I guess, for the public? Because if we as creators still have our exact numbers in Studio, in YouTube Studio or Beta Studio, which I don't know what your thoughts are on Beta Studio versus Classic Studio. I'm not a fan of Beta Studio. I'm trying to get more acclimated to it, but I love Classic Studio. I mean, I love Classic Studio. Arthur Moorhead says, I think it is taken too serious as it is. Need to concentrate on content. It is not a gumball machine. Well said, Arthur. I like the way you said that. And I like the way Luis added to that too. Yeah, I agree. I think that it hopefully will, or at least I think their intention, I think YouTube always has the right intentions. They don't always make everybody happy because that's impossible. But they always have the right intention. Like with their, blocking of comments or blocking or demonetizing certain channels and the adpocalypse, I think they have the right intentions. Their execution can sometimes be very, very questionable, which I think when you have such a large entity, such a large, platform like YouTube, where billions and billions of uploads per hour, millions and millions of videos an hour, I don't even know where they hold all this data, how in the world they're able to stay afloat. How am I able to upload, 300 videos, 250 videos? I mean, it's just amazing to me that they're able to do this, and everybody has an opportunity. It's just, I for one, YouTube, if you're listening, I'm super thankful. I appreciate you. Thank you for this beautiful free opportunity. But I think that, so I think they have the right intention with abbreviating the subscriber count. Arthur, I'm kind of presupposing that what you're saying is what YouTube was intending. Michael Daniels in the house. Good to see you, Michael. How are you, sir? Such a pleasure to see you, Michael Daniels. I hope you're doing really well. Michael says, I love Beta Studio. It's so much more awesome now. I do agree. The analytics is great. I think my more contention comes from just the usability. It seems maybe I was just, I don't know, human beings don't like change that much. And maybe it was, thank you so much, Michael Daniels. I really appreciate that. Oh, that's kind of cool. Did you just put an animated GIF? That's kind of cool right there, Michael Daniels. Wow, that's rad. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat, Michael Daniels. I appreciate it. There's a learning curve, but really great on the right track. Yeah, I agree. I mean, there is a learning curve, and I'm getting better at it. And I think that I will learn to like it. I was just so like classic. I know where everything is, and bada boom, bada bing. It's fast. I'm a big believer in speed. I love speed, which is why I like IGTV going from vertical to landscape. I think that's going to be so much more faster for me to repurpose content and create micro content that builds brand equity, builds brand awareness. So I'm very, very excited about that. But yeah, I do agree, Michael, that the analytics for, the analytics are pretty amazing. Yes, new super stickers. Yeah, thank you, Michael. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the $2 super chat. That means a lot to me. Luis says, you think about YouTube changing the algorithm, so Instagram is taking the likes away too. My question is, why more than one platform is... Yeah, so I haven't seen that yet, and I don't know when that goes into effect, but actually that's something I was going to bring up on today's show, but I haven't actually seen any of it implemented yet, and that is that Instagram is toying with the idea of taking away likes. It seems to be, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, we can talk about this briefly, but correct me if I'm wrong, like there seems to be a surge now, a kind of wave of antipathy towards social media. There seems to be this larger and larger contingent of people, pundits, what have you, who are denigrating social media and reducing it to, really destroying society and destroying our youth and all that thing, which I just think it's another fascinating tool, and it depends on how you use the tool. It's not the tool that you should be blaming, it's the user. I truly believe that. It's just like with cars. Like if we blamed drunk driver, if we use drunk drivers as the litmus test for driving, then we should ban cars. We should just stop cars. Don't let the least common denominator dictate for the many. That's just my feeling. I'd love your thoughts. If you're watching this on the replay or listening on the podcast, come leave us a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are, because I'm seeing more and more of this in the world of social media. But yeah, Instagram has recently been toying with the idea of taking away likes, which is interesting to me because I feed into this too. And I think all of us do. Sometimes we just literally check Instagram to see how many likes we get. I mean, there's a lot of neurological, psychological tests and scans that science has experimented with that have actually proven that, seeing those likes on your social media creates the same kind of dopamine rush that, some kind of highly addictive narcotics can produce, right, in the brain, that dopamine rush. So that's interesting. Maybe, with great power comes great responsibility, somebody once said, and these platforms certainly have amazing power. And so I think that if it doesn't hurt people who are doing it the right way, I don't have any problem with it. Like the abbreviated, sub count, that's not going to hurt me. I'm not worried. It may hurt Social Blade, which I don't like. I like Social Blade a lot, but that doesn't hurt. I don't feel like that's going to hurt me. I don't know if that's going to really take away from my, channel or the power of my content or the impact my content can have. If they take away likes, I don't know as long as it doesn't hurt me in the algorithm, for crying out loud. Who knows? Maybe it'll help me. It'll help smaller Instagram channels. And I say only, and I hate saying only because I appreciate every one of them. None of them are bought, but I have like 1,400, 1,500 followers on Instagram. I'm proud of each and every one of them. I love the engagement I get on Instagram. I love the interaction. I'm totally happy with that. I know I'm going to grow there even more. I'm not worried about it. I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm going to keep growing on YouTube. I know it because I'm going to keep bringing you brain-busting content week in and week out. I'm not scared. I ain't scared at all. I'm not even worried about it. Now, am I vain? Do I have an ego? You best believe I've got an ego and I can be vain. And yeah, when I see my subscriber count plunge or a purge or a binge or whatever the hell you want to call it, or sometimes on Instagram, you'll see 50 followers just drop out of the blue. You're like, wait a minute, what? Yeah, it hurts. I'm a human being, right? And you start to take things personally when they have absolutely nothing to do with you. What did I do? Was it that last video? Was it that edit that I thought I was experimenting with? Was it that one vlog that I tried to do something different? What did I do? You just have those naturally. But on a real level, on a deep down level, I ain't scared. I'm just not scared at all. I'm not worried about it. So it's interesting. Maybe the sort of adage that with great power comes great responsibility. Maybe what we're seeing is these social media platforms. I mean, you see Facebook just deleted something like 22 million fake accounts or something like that recently, or millions of, I don't know if it's 22 million, but a lot of fake accounts. So maybe this is a good thing. Maybe that's a really good thing. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's, in time will tell. Maybe I'll have to do another show kind of on the responsibility or the negative effects of social media and how I never really planned on doing a show like that, but maybe I could. The negative effects of social media, how it works on our psyche, how it detracts from what the purpose and intention of sharing, communicating, reaching people, meeting new people, inspiring new people, which I think is the beautiful intention of social media. It's connection, right? It's people, it's engagement. So maybe likes and subscriber counts, maybe by abbreviating or taking away or reducing or what have you, maybe it will allow these platforms to focus on what really matters, which I think is really powerful. So really interesting stuff, guys. Let me know in the chat if you have any questions, if you have any comments, anything further to add. I am really, I love this segment that I'm adding to my channel. Most of the time what we do here on Nez Nation Live is we bring on guests, we bring on experts talking about how you can build, grow, expand your online reputation, your credibility, your brand, your business, so that you can reach more people, so you can, impact your audience. I love doing this segment called Social Media and Tech News. We've done about 4 or 5 episodes of this, maybe 6. And I've got a playlist that you can check out the previous episodes. And, make sure you go check out that video that I premiered yesterday, how to stop negative thinking, how to stop negative thoughts and be free forever. On this channel, we talk about mindset and messaging. You got to get your mindset right before you can get your message right. It doesn't matter what your message is if you don't know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you can't craft a message. And if you can't craft a message, you're not going to reach the right people. To me, this is the most important thing on planet Earth for anything. You want to reach the right person. You want to date the right person, marry the right person, be with the right person, create the right family life, love life, personal life. You need to get your mindset and you need to get your messaging right. You want to create a business, advance your career, become a thought leader, build presence, build equity. You need to get your mindset right. You need to get your messaging right. It's everything. So with all intents and purposes, without a molecule of hyperbole, this is the most important YouTube channel on the planet. You best believe it. I believe that wholeheartedly, with all my heart. I tell my students this all the time. I say this is the most important class you'll ever take in your entire career in college. Because pretty much what I do in my live streams, obviously I relate it to business communications or creative writing, because I teach creative writing and business communication, nonfiction writing specifically. So we talk about mindset. We talk about your inner game. We talk about that dude inside your chest. We talk about that dude inside your cranial. We talk about relationships. We talk about what is it that really you want to do that's going to make you happy. We talk about love. We talk about death. We talk about depression, anxiety, sex, everything. It's the best class on earth. And I've got the best academy on earth, sponsored by BeyondTheBoxAcademy.com. What more can I give you guys? I really, really appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. Nez Nation Live, you guys are the light of my life. I look forward to these live streams. I look forward to your comments. I look forward to everything. Check out other playlists I have down below. Go to youtube.com/Professor Nez. Go to professornez.com/live streams. Check out all these videos. Check out all these playlists. We've got personal branding, mindset, IGTV. We've got social media and tech news, mindset mastery, tons and tons of programming and videos to help you discover your purpose, communicate your message so you can impact your audience. We're bringing more humanness to this digitalness. And I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for being with me here today. I love you. God bless you. And I'll see you guys really, really soon. Thank you, guys.